First, the wild pig, the boar, the hog, whatever you want to call it. Invasive in Florida, they're everywhere, especially in rural areas. If you're running wild for sure, you're gonna run into them. Worst case scenario, and it's not a good one, is if you've run right up to them and they haven't heard you yet. So they're gonna either run right away or they're gonna look at you as a threat that got so close and come at you. That animal has been the one that's given me the closest injury in Florida on land. Now, number two, the next wild animal, nothing like this, is our alligator. So if you're near water, you're running in swampland, you've got to be wary of those. Honestly, they're more easy to judge as opposed to a boar or something else because you know where they're going to be most of the time. Yes, they cross over land, but that's another story. Also, another story that I can talk about later is the American croc expanding their range. You know, if you're running and you have a choice to go really, really close to the water, farther away from the water, or in a safe distance away from the water, choose the farther distance away from the water, especially if you're not used to that area, you don't know much about alligators, or you just don't want to worry about anything at all. Now, the next one, the weather or the heat. You get dehydrated, there's a thunderstorm, there's lightning, hail's coming out, you can get, a branch falling on you, all that kind of stuff, heat stroke, that kind of thing. Second to last is bugs and rashes and plants. Big category, essentially saying there's tons of plants down here in Florida, native and not native, but there's so many out there. Most of us aren't botanists. We don't all know what's going on out there. So if you're running, you rub up against some leaves, you hit a plant, let's say you're using the bathroom, you use some certain leaves, and you might get a nasty rash, bug bites, mosquitoes. Now, the last one that's most surprising, that has actually gotten me a serious injury since being in Florida, is simply the terrain. If you're running wild, especially if you're running trails, running through the bush, running down a beaten path, running a dirt road, obviously those are more safer, but still, if you're running, especially in a new area, in the wilderness, and it's just a 2-track or game trail, whatever it is, that is the most dangerous thing out there. And especially in Florida, you have such a variety with the beach, with the coastlines, the keys, the swamps, Everglades, all this stuff, where every day you go out can seem like a new route, especially. And I'm not talking about you doing the nature loop at Orlando Resort or the Disneyland, whatever their version is. Especially here with the amount of rain and weathering that can happen, is that stuff can change so often. It's not just always running this trail and it's a nice dry patch and then it turns into a little swampy area and then becomes, close to the beach and then you're running on the beach. No, it can change through the wet season and through the day if there's a storm coming through. So that's the most dangerous thing. Again, these have been the top 5 things that can make you lose a leg, get hurt, or much, much worse. Thank you for watching.